I said it here first. When you are a startup, you will pay more. This is our Startup 101 series, and I'm going to start with if you want to be an exporter of goods. Just consider that you've got a great product, you've done your homework, you know why it's great. When then do you start talking to a freight company to get your product to market? Well, as soon as you discover your product has strong USP, because the freight forwarder is going to then educate you on which countries, what the regulations of that country that you want to export to, the customs regulations of the product that you want to try to get to market. They can give you a lot of good, solid advice, more robust than any fancy consulting company can ever give you. Because I always say the true freight forwarder understands the customers. And if a true freight forwarder understands the customers, they can also see how products behave in various markets, because we are physically handling the goods. So who better than to give you advice how to get your product into that market? If you're lucky, they will have so much experience in your category that they can already give you so much, shortcuts about what they have experienced with their other customers without, of course, sharing any confidential intellectual property or whatever you want to call it. So yes, speaking to a reputable freight forwarder who has experience in handling your product category and into the country you want to export to is fundamental. How you do that, you ask smart questions. Maybe ask us, we can probably handle it. What then we will do then is we will tell you, okay, say you want to export to Indonesia, right? Then we will tell you what the Indonesian customs regulations are for your product, and whether it requires import permit or not, and so forth. And then what's the most efficient way of delivering to the final point. This is also a point you want to also cover up on your Incoterms, because invariably when you go to a country where you want to sell your product, you're not going to sell under your accord, because you're a startup or you're a small company. You're not going to go set up a new entity to sell your product, right? So you're going to find a distributor or have you. So this is very important. You find a reputable distributor who also understands your product category, who then has a proven track record and also has been in business for a good number of years. Very, very important, especially with Asia, because there's a lot of fly-by-nights in Asia, so that can take you for a ride. As long as you cross some of these basic fundamentals and elements, you stand the best chance of getting your product to market efficiently at a cost that is transparent. Guys, when you're a startup, do not ask for the best price. You're a startup. Nobody is going to give you the best price. The person that says, yes, I'm going to give you the best price is a big fat liar. You run away from a kind of guy like that. When you are nothing, you will pay more. The more you pay, the more attention you can buy with it. Right? And when you're a startup, that's what you want. You want people to hold your hand, to guide you through. And people don't give away their time for free. We all know this, how valuable people's time are, especially with COVID that just happened. So understand, as a startup, finding the best service price. It is redundant, and you will frustrate yourself because you are chasing the wrong thing. What you should be really focusing on is finding someone who has experience and then pay for that experience. Right? Again, this should be logical. It shouldn't be too hard to understand. That will be it for now as the first episode in our Startup 101 for exporters. So anything else you guys want to know, a specific country or anything like that, leave a comment. I'm happy to create some content for you. Thank you.
Think Global Logistics.